So I think this is one of the best card tricks for beginners ever. It is absolutely amazing, but even if you're a professional, I think you're going to love this. Now you can do it anytime, anywhere, with any deck of cards. There is no setup, there is no sleight of hand, and I guarantee this is going to go straight into your repertoire and you're going to be doing it all the time. Let's get into it. Alright, so this trick has a really fun presentation. It's a lot of fun to perform. So you have them shuffle up a deck of cards. It can be their deck of cards. You can borrow this deck. And then when they're happy, they get to choose a card. Now the card is going to represent them. And in this little plot, they are a criminal. Okay, so you get them to remember the card. That's going to be their card. Remember this card. This will be your card. Okay, so we're going to lose you in the pack. This is you going into hiding. All right, so you shuffle a deck. You ask them to say stop wherever they want. They can stop you wherever they want. You lose the card there in the deck. And then they can even give the cards a couple of cuts as well, just to help lose you even further. So at the moment, you are a criminal in hiding, and we have to find you. I'm not going to go through and try and find your card. I'm actually going to call on the help of two detectives. So if we use two detectives, how about the two queens? Well, two female detectives, right? They're going to try and find you. Now, we're going to put one detective near the top, like this, and one detective near the bottom of the deck. Now, at the moment, if we look at this arrangement, you can see, right, that in between the queens, we have a lot of suspects, right? A lot of suspects in between the queens here. So they're going to try and narrow it down. So at this point, you have the spectator cut the cards. Okay? They can cut the cards wherever they want. And you say, look at this now. Now, the detectives have narrowed it down. Yeah, they're zooming in. They're honing in on the criminal. So now we have only 7 cards in between the queens. Okay, but now they're going to question the suspects. Okay, so then question the suspects. We go 1 down, 1 under, 1 down, 1 under, 1 down, 1 under. They are getting closer. Right, now they've narrowed it down to 3 suspects. And more questioning, more rounds of questioning, and they eventually narrow it down to just 1. Just 1 card in between the queens. Slowly they've narrowed it down to 1 card, and they always catch their man, and that will be their selected card every single time. And what great detectives they are. Isn't that a cool trick? I love that trick. So let's get into the explanation. Before we get onto the explanation, if you love magic and you want to skyrocket your progress in just 5 minutes every single month, I've got some good news. I have got a magic monthly newsletter. It is filled with expert advice, tips, tricks, webinars, Q&As, performer highlights, everything that you need to get inspired and bring out your best skills as a magician. The good news is it's completely free. I'll put a link in the description below. Follow it and sign up so you don't miss out. Right, let's have a look at this one then. I think this trick is a great example of a fantastic principle. You get so much mileage out of it, an amazing story, presentation. You can use any deck of cards. There's no setup, there's no sleight of hand. You're gonna love this. So you have the cards shuffled by the spectator, and when you get the cards back, you just square them up like this. The reason I do that is because I actually want to glimpse the bottom card. So you'll notice when I do this now, I can clearly see the bottom card of the deck is the 4 of hearts, right? So I'm remembering that card now. That's going to be a key card. Okay, so then you get them to pick a card. You can choose any card they want, and you can turn your back, whatever. You don't see the card, and they remember this card. So in our case, 6 of clubs, that's going to be their selected card. So now you start an overhand shuffle like this. Remember, our 4 of hearts is on the bottom. You start an overhand shuffle, and you get them to say stop, and they can stop you anywhere they want. So say they stop there. As soon as they stop you there, ask them to put their card on top, and then when you throw this lot on top, it's actually going to be your key card here. It's going to be going right on top of their card. So now the 2 cards are together. You've got your key card right above their card, and you can even get them to cut the cards at this point. So if you ask them to just do single cuts, and they can give the cards a single cut like this. Okay, and you say, go on, go crazy, give it another cut. Okay. And if they do 2 single cuts like that, roughly the card's going to be kind of back where it was. It's going to be around about the center of the deck somewhere. It gives the impression that you're really getting them to mix the cards. So now you explain that you're going to look for 2 detectives. This justifies you picking up and looking at the faces of the cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my key card, which is the 4 of hearts, and I'm going to cut it back to the face of the deck. Okay, so you do this under the guise of looking for 2 detectives. So I'll have the cards usually towards myself, but I'll show you what I'm doing here. So I go through the cards, say I'm going to find 2 detectives. And as soon as I see the 4 of hearts, I cut that card to the face, which actually then automatically brings their card to the top of the deck. Okay? But you do this under the guise of saying, I'm going to try and find 2 detectives. So you'll cut the cards and then you say, oh, how about, and then you can just remove 2 matching court cards. So in other words, 2 red queens, 2 red kings, 2 black jacks. I think we're going to go with 2 black jacks. And the 2 cards that are just going to represent the detectives that are going to be hunting for their cards. Now, when you're spreading the cards, mind that this doesn't spread out here and you expose their card. You've got to keep all of those cards together. Go through the cards like so, and you find your other jack, which is there. So you outjog these cards, take them out, turn the cards over. What you're going to do is you're going to put the first detective 5th from the top. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th from the top, you're going to put it face up, like so. And then spread through the cards, and you're going to put the second detective 4th from the bottom. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you put that jack there. You close the spread like this, and then you can show the cards on the mat. If you spread them out, or you spread them in between your hands, and you say, look, here's all the suspects. Yeah, and you get this nice picture of all of these cards in between the jacks, like so. What's really nice now is you can get them to square up the cards, give them a single cut, so they can cut the cards, give them a single cut. And after they cut the cards, you spread the cards out again. And now, it's such a lovely visual here. Now there's only 7 cards in between the jacks. So you explain, look, the jacks are zeroing in on the criminal. And it's a really, really nice visual. So from that point, take all the cards above the first jack away, like this, and all the cards underneath the second jack away, like so. Put them aside. You're just going to be dealing with these. And now you're going to go for a down under deal. A down under deal is exactly what it sounds. You're going to deal 1 card down, 1 card under, 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 1 card down, and you explain through interrogation and questioning that now the jacks have zeroed in on 3 criminals. You just put these back on top of the deck. You then do the exact same thing again. You say more questioning, they're trying to zero in on the criminal. So again, you go down, 1 under, 1 down, 1 under, 1 down. These 2 are left, you just pop them on top of the deck. Leaves you with 1 card in between the jacks. You can dramatically reveal that the detectives have found the criminal, and that is the selected card. And you've got such an amazing trick just using a very, very simple key card principle. I love this. So that is the trick, guys. I hope you like it. The original trick was by a guy called Aldo Colombini. What a legend. If you like this and you love learning magic, don't forget to check out my magic course. It's a full beginner's course on magic, teaching you tricks with cards, coins, elastic bands, things you can find easily around the house. It's a full complete course, 70 lessons, over 4 hours of tuition from me, and it's the only magic course you would ever need to skyrocket your progress. And at the moment, I'm doing a deal. If you buy this course, then you also get my other best-selling course, which is the greatest self-working card tricks ever. You get that included as well. So I'll tag the course in the video as a product tag, but also I'll put a link in the description below. And if you use the code FULLHOUSE, then you'll get that whole offer where you get both courses for the price of one. That's it, guys. If you've got any comments or questions, just pop them in the comments section down below. In the meantime, go out there, have fun, and I'll see you soon for the next video.